Uh, but we do. There's some sort of a population bias in the sense because the people you talk to, the people perhaps you talk to and in your podcast and things like that are people who were impacted positively. In a sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For example, my sister also came with me,
Mm-hmm.
and she was affected more by the experience.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of, she didn't really want to learn English. She wasn't as motivated to in her classes. She wasn't really like in her thing. She's doing well now. She's studying college and everything.
Yeah.
But it was a different experience, and I'm sure she's not the only one.
Yeah.
So in your perspective, what do you think makes some people, perhaps like us, like shoot for the stars? Who cares? Versus some people it does have not as a positive effect on them. So what do you think makes a difference?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a very complex question. I think all immigrants are, by definition, way outside their comfort zone, right? So that makes some of us immediately very willing to shoot for the stars. Not all of us. That's not to say that the people who grew up here don't shoot for the stars. They're very good. Like the other half of Google's co-founders is an American born and bred American citizen. But then sometimes what happens here is that the social system here is secure, and knowledge of that sometimes makes you less adventurous. You're like, okay, even if I kind of do my little nothing, I'll be fine in life, right? With immigrants, just our lack of knowledge of what the social safety nets are, and sometimes we don't have social safety nets as immigrants, that's true too, makes us sometimes take risks, right? But you're absolutely right. I've actually met, not at work, because at work I face a biased sample set of people who are already motivated and sometimes successful. But then outside, when I interact with people around town, especially at the radio station, which is a community radio station, so it's a fairly random collection of people. The radio station, there's very few people who work at the university. It's all like local people. I've met a few among them, including some undocumented immigrants, and their stories are very different from ours. And sometimes they are afraid for what life holds for them. Sometimes, in some cases, that fear motivates them to be adventurous. In other cases, it doesn't. It's a bit debilitating. Some of it boils down to, I think, personality, and so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a psychological explanation for why different people are different. But I think the important thing is that for people who are already way outside their comfort zone, when you take that first step of big leap of faith, the second step is much easier. That first step is sometimes hard, but the second step is much easier than you think it might be. So I think that's what I would say to someone who doesn't want to go outside their shell. Take that first step. If you don't like it, go back. Usually they won't go back.
I think that's true, and I think for so since we started this project,
yeah,
I'm always very throwing random things and stuff like that. I remember perhaps you weren't as much. You were more doing the right thing.
It was more intrinsic, but
like Dean's List 4.0 GPA, and still does.
Yeah.
But now he's worse than me now. He's just,
worse?
in a sense he's just way more crazy.